What's up guys, Duarte here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and we just had another Facebook post with some interesting pictures and a teaser of the characters that are supposed to come next patch. So the next patch supposedly is going to be a little bit smaller than it's the usual, a little bit less than 1 month, and then we'll have a patch for 2 months with December and January like we had last year. Now these two characters that we have here, as it seems, it's a female and a male, and supposedly they are going to be two Eternals. According to most of the comments here, like a lot of people talking about Eternals, and they say it's these two guys. Now this one is supposed to be somewhat blonde in the comics, this one is supposed to dress in green, so it kind of matches with this one. This one is not blonde, but it has the gold ornaments, so I'm gonna assume that it's the case, and this is supposed to be this guy, Icarus. So in the comics, as it seems, he's blonde. In the movie, as it seems, he's not going to be blonde, but we can still assume that these gold ornaments are the gold border around it. The border, it always has something to do with what they are wearing or something related with them. And we have a small name. So as you can see, Omega Red, 8 characters here. It has to be something less than that. And Icarus, because it has so many eyes, it's gonna be the case. And the other character we have seen here, it's supposed to be this one. The name is a little bit hard to say. Cersei, I assume Cersei, and yeah, the green theme around it, long hair, and a female character, and yeah, so in the comics looks cool, and in the movie looks cool as well, so it's gonna be interesting. We have two Eternal characters. Now in game right now we use it to have 2 more Eternal characters. We have the Thanos, but since a few months ago they removed the tags, and we had also Ultimus. Now I don't know too much of the lore about Eternals, but as it seems, each solar system, this is 100% my headcanon, each solar system has their own group of Eternals, because you have the Kree Eternals, to which Ultimus is one, and then you have the Eternals that we have, which include Thanos and these other guys that are coming, and that's going to be the gist of it. Now supposedly there are many of these characters, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I assume that we will have good guy Eternals coming up soon, and then we'll have some kind of evil Eternals, or I don't know exactly. But you can see here Icarus with the gold hair and the gold ornaments. Here, I don't know, is it the same character? The Hollywood Eternal cast, I don't know, but here we have this guy, but in the other post we have a different guy, so I don't know. I don't know which one are the real actors, but yeah, so we are getting this one, and I don't know, I don't see the other ones. So the woman is not supposed to be this one. Okay, irrelevant, let's move on. So we have 2 Eternals coming. This woman and this guy. They have nothing to do with the other Eternals that we had in the game, Thanos and Ultimus. Maybe with Thanos it would be cool. Thanos really needs a rework right now. He is falling behind quite a lot. He has as much armor as a sheet of paper, so that's not good. He is falling off the mat way too fast, and that's especially true for his unempowered form. The empowered is still okay, he still has some use in war, but without the Black Order team is kinda trash. Now what is this team going to be? The Eternals. To be honest, I think, and I'm really sad to say this, but I think this is going to be the next Pym Tech team. So it's going to be the next team that you will need. You need this team. At least they will try to make you believe that you will need this team to beat Dark Dimension 5. It only makes sense. We have Dark Dimension 5 being announced and coming up next patch, and we have these two new characters. We have no need for them. We have a bio team, we have a mutant team, we have a tech team, sort of, not really, but these guys are not tech anyway. Then we have the Mystic team with the New Warriors, and we have a skill team with the Secret Avengers. So in terms of raids, we don't need these guys. In terms of arena, we already have the Infinity Watch. In terms of Alliance Wars, we have the Heroes for Hire, and we have the Weapon X team. So it only makes sense that with Dark Dimension 5 being announced, that the Eternals are going to be a Dark Dimension team, the same way we had the Pym Tech team. But if you guys remember, or maybe you didn't remember, you're not here to watch this nightmare, the Pym Tech team was trash. It was beyond trash. We have two characters that got reworked, Wasp and Ant-Man, and the reworks were terrible. These characters were nothing special. They had terrible abilities in terms of Dark Dimension. Like, for example, this ability applies ability block to one character when you are facing 7 or 8, sometimes even 10 characters at the same time. It's completely useless. The ultimate was okay, but still very long cooldown. This is completely useless for Dark Dimension, and yeah, it had some mechanics here that would give them evades and so on, and evades is a nice mechanic, but it's not 100% reliable when you have like one evade per turn or whatever, but you are facing 7 enemies. It's completely irrelevant. And then on top of that, all these characters have trash stats. So let's take a look at the stats. At 7 red stars, 7 yellow stars, gear tier 15, this guy has 250,000 HP. That's 50% less than all the other characters, and sometimes even 60% less or 70% less than the newer characters. The gap in stats was just atrocious. At this point in time, they were 50% weaker in terms of stats, at least in terms of HP stats compared to the other teams, and so many whales invested in these characters, and after very few people were able to use them and get some reward or some advantage out of investing on this team. This team was very garbage, and the only character that had some use was Ghost, because she had a lot more dodge chance than the other ones. She also reduced the attack of the other characters, and she had a nice amount of armor as well. But in terms of HP, she gets two hits and she dies, so that's terrible. And some of these characters were very expensive, as you can see, 4 sets of mini uniques, and that's the problem that we have right now. We have very expensive characters with this team. We have the Pym Tech was very expensive, the characters were not that great, the abilities were not that great, and for example Stature and Ant-Man, they are two characters that taunt often and they get a bunch of dodges and so on, but it's just not enough to use on Dark Dimension. It's like these guys don't understand the game mode that they are developing. And yeah, Dark Dimension 3 was a nightmare. Dark Dimension 4 was not so bad, but still I have not seen anyone using these characters on Dark Dimension. This guy, for example, Yellow Jacket, he has the ability that if you destroy someone with the ultimate, which has a 5 out of 5 energy, so it's quite big, but you could get energy with the stature, so it wasn't the biggest problem. But you need to kill enemies to get extra buffs and things like this. But in Dark Dimension it's not easy to make use out of this, and maybe if there were enemy summoners it would make sense, but because it was not the case, this team really felt short and many people felt betrayed because of this. You have these characters that say, oh, you have tons of extra benefits on Dark Dimension. They mention it right here. We have all these benefits, and then they fell short because the stats were so bad. Is this what is going to happen with the Eternals? Is the Eternals going to be the Pym Tech 2.0? Big bait for the whales, but then a big disappointment overall. Honestly, I think so. I think that's the way they are going to milk us. It's like they put one machine to milk us for the Dark Dimension, another to milk us for this team. I think this is going to be the case. It's going to be a gigantic bait for those whales out there. But you guys let me know in the comments below what you think about it. Do you care about the Eternals? Do you know any of these characters? Are you going to watch the movie? Are you even interested on anything related with these guys? Would you like Thanos to be reworked in order to fit with this team, at least for now, early on, and then we can wait for the other characters, as it seems there are many Eternals just from our solar system, because like I mentioned before, we also have the Kree Eternals, different type of Eternals out there. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited for Dark Dimension 5, or you are scared to poopy on your pants? So scared you poopy on your pants? Let me know in the comments below, and that's gonna be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, you know what to do. Smash that like button like a boss, and if you found any of this information helpful, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.